I told you this pill was the solution to everything. This pill was the solution to everything. Hello, my name is Keltie O'Connor and welcome to my channel. My ultimate dream in life is to be like in a superhero movie or like an action movie, but unfortunately Hollywood doesn't know I exist, so I just pretend to train like them on the internet. Small victories. You guys have non-stop been like, John Wick, Keanu Reeves.
I love saying your name, yes. It is a
Keanu Reeves, Keltie, please do John. I did Keanu Reeves training for John Wick. The research Keltie, as per usual, hopped into Google, what did John Wick do? And sometimes it's easy when I Google it, sometimes it's like all over the place. And this is one of those that I'm like, the moral was there was one circuit, then there was another workout, so I did all the different workouts he did multiple times a week. Research Keltie's voice could have changed. Here is my current life situation. I film at my condo gym because most other gyms in Toronto don't let me film. Last time I went to film, like, excuse me miss, you aren't allowed to do that. You have to sign some forms and all this. So I tried to sign said forms and they're like, you can't do that. It's the public policy. More stories they said I can't film. But do you think that's gonna stop me? No. Hold up. But I think that's kind of appropriate. It's very like John Wick. You're breaking laws, we're being a spy. And by spy I mean I'm just going to sneak my camera in, film for you guys. And this is my moment. I was bred for this. I just don't want to get evicted.
We train him, we'll go for hours and hours.
It was one of the hardest.
Trains for months.
Keltie, what the heck is with this gym outfit? I need something that's dark, kind of hidden. I can hide the camera in the zipper pocket. And let's go. Sneak into this workout.
A circuit without any rest. It's non-stop.
So this workout is from Men's Health. They actually have a video on YouTube. I'll link it down below that shows exactly it. Because like I said, I was sneaking in my camera, so my angles aren't always the best on form. I had to be very sneaky. But the premise behind it is he does 6 rounds of these different exercises. So it depends. Some exercises at a time, some are reps. We started with it was lunges, 2 front raises, and then it was also squats, 2 shoulder press. And then we also did, as you can see, though we're on the Bosu ball, with this you want to make sure your weight is in your heel, not on your toe. That would just be my one primary thing I want you to make sure if you are going to do this, because it does take some stability, and that's a big thing with his workout. You'll definitely see is that it's all about like functional movements. There's not a lot of weights. Like here is probably one of the few things we definitely do. You can see my form isn't the best. There's a bit of weight on my toe. See how that works? And that's where your knee creeps forward. It really depends on your mobility there. But back to what I was saying is, yes, there's different ones. It's all about core strength, athleticism, and longevity, because one of the things with Keanu Reeves is he's in his 50s and he's still doing action movies, which is mind-blowing. And the one thing is, you'll notice there's not a lot of big heavy weights. Now, there is nothing at all wrong with doing big heavy weights. There's a time and place for it. But in terms of longevity, we're not really meant to like lift a whole bunch of really, really heavy weights all the time. So there's a lot of resistance bands. They did some weights, a lot of mobility. You'll see it's a lot of not just one movement. There's several different movements. And it is kind of odd that he only does one circuit multiple times. That's at least what the resources say. I don't know. There's probably multiple things. He's changing it up. But you will see it's all full body and different movements. So it's not just like moving one way. He's moving to the side. He's moving forward and back. He's moving up and down. Just how you would have to do it if you were an action star. And obviously a lot of his workout is more so the fighting. And I think this would be more so to like combat injury. And I'll probably look a little bit good, but longevity, and make sure he's still athletic. And so yeah, whoa, I kind of burped a little, guys. That's really embarrassing. Anyways, that's the end of the circuit I did multiple times a week. Those, my body hurt, but it wasn't too bad because the premise behind it, and probably why Keanu Reeves is still in his 50s and able to work out and do that, is that it wasn't like a bodybuilder like, I'm just gonna get jacked and big and strong and oh, look at me man, me lift things heavy. No, it was more about just like athleticism and longevity. So he did a lot of resistance bands. It wasn't heavy weights. The thing about Keanu Reeves is he never ages. Like, never. We're all confused. He's either immortal or Jesus. No one knows. We all love Keanu Reeves, but we're also all very scared of him. He eats a well-balanced diet full of nutrients, protein, fat, carbs, and fiber, and drinks a lot of water, the infamous he can turn water into wine. From probably a chef, but unfortunately I could not afford a chef to make me healthy and delicious meals. Thankfully though, Chef HelloFresh is back, guys! Hello, it is Chef HelloFresh returning to help Keltie make only the finest of delicacies as she pretends to be some other famous athlete, celebrity, singer who can afford their own chef. But unfortunately, Keltie is on what you call a tight budget because HelloFresh is now from $6.99 per serving. Simple, affordable meal delivery services like the one and only Hello Chef does offer. She decided to hire me to prepare her own meals. To fit a lifestyle, we made sure they were simple, seasonal recipes, pre-measured ingredients we delivered right to her front door. Enjoyment is the spice of life. That pun was intended. So we made sure it was enjoyable. Meals under 30 minutes because she is on a time crunch. Less than 2 pots and pans because she only owns 1 pot and pan and requires minimal cleanup. Otherwise, she would just simply not clean up after herself. I must make sure all my dishes are delicious. And I gave the options: classic, veggie, or family. Not that she has a family, she lives alone, but it gives her the options to switch it up. So if you guys have noticed in my other challenges, when I'm prepared food on my own, I managed to burn nachos. HelloFresh makes it quite good because otherwise I live off chips and salsa. Chips and salsa is great, but it's really not that exciting. So here is some of the cool things that I made with HelloFresh. We're making a Herbie asparagus and tomato bake with couscous, oregano, and feta. So if you like those meals, and they're quite delicious, and if you want your own Hello Chef because you're bougie and you want your own chef, you can get started with 8 free meals. That's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and enter Keltie80 to receive your discount. So, he does a lot of fighting scenes.
Keanu Reeves for John Wick did a lot of fight training, jiu-jitsu, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to a beginner like jiu-jitsu self-defense class. Not looking forward to it, being 100% honest.
So this is a change event. I walk in, I'm like, hi guys, it's my first class, and they were so nice and friendly. They're like, welcome, we'll bring you to the locker room and show you where it is. So I walk to the locker room, realize I forgot my lock, and so I go to the front desk and be like, hey, is there any way I can bring my lock to bring my bag behind the desk because I forgot it? And then they're like, oh no, don't worry about it. You're actually the only girl here, so there's no worries. Your bags are totally safe. And then panic sets in. Wait, I'm doing a fighting class and there's only guys and I'm the only girl here. What am I gonna do? So I look and they're all full-grown men. And then to put in reference, here's how tiny I am compared to all of them. I'm like, great, this is gonna turn out really well in my favor. And to be honest, in this moment, I was like, what have I gotten myself into? Keltie, think of every excuse possibly to bail. And I really thought about it. I was like, no, you can do this. And it actually turned out pretty cool. So what I learned here was like a lot of self-defense moves. So like for example here, it was if I was choking him, how he would get out of it. And then on the flip, I did a lot if someone came behind me, had me on the ground, and was choking me, how I would get out of that. And the guys here were so helpful. They were the happy medium of not going so hard that I got nothing out of it, but not going so easy on me that I didn't learn. And they're really open and being like, no, we want it to be as if you're in a dark alley and someone attacks you. We want you to learn how to get out of it yourself. And so it was really empowering being like, wow, I didn't know anything like that before, and the instructor was really good, and it just kind of opened my eyes of like how I can learn to defend myself if something were to ever happen. Obviously I hope it never does, but the guys were also so respectful, and I learned that about jiu-jitsu, which I never knew before, is like it's such a respect sport. And I know it's fighting, you don't think of that as respect, no offense, I just never did, but it was just so nice. The guys were so welcoming, so helpful, and they all made sure to like teach me something. And so like A+, I was blown away how respectful it was, and like also how much I learned, so yay. But it was actually so much fun. It was super humbling, super embarrassing being the only girl, but I actually really enjoyed it, and it felt like really BA, just learning things. Like the guys are really good of being like, whoa, you don't think about it. But I was like, when this guy like had his like hand wrapped around my neck, I was like, I don't know what I would have done in normal day-to-day if a guy attacked me like that. Like that's kind of, it was very I don't know how to defend myself in that. So even though I'm strong for a female, don't think I could defend myself if I was attacked on the street, and that's a humbling. I think that's something us all females should have, and we should learn to defend ourselves, because tough, but guys grow up fighting in playgrounds and all that, and us females typically don't. Even if a guy never did any kind of like MMA training, for the most part, a lot of us females don't have like any experience. Like, have you literally ever felt like yourself even punch someone? Like, I've done like boxing classes, but I've literally never like, which I'm blessed, I've never been in a situation where I've had to, but that also means if I were ever in a situation I'd have to, I don't know what I'd do. So if you guys are interested, I'd love to do maybe like train like a UFC fighter, MMA fighter for a little bit, and like do all the different disciplines. It's just something important for us females to learn, is just how to defend ourselves, and I think that's really empowering. And I did not go into this challenge even having that cross my mind. I was like, no, that's actually very important us females do that. But comment below if you guys want that. It was longevity, it was being strong and athletic, but thinking long term, not breaking his body, preventing injury, eating nutrient-dense, healthy food, and drinking a lot of water. And it sounds simple, that's the foundation of youth that Keanu Reeves is also known for. But it's a good summary that we all go hoping for this weird miracle cure, and at the end of the day, it's eat nutrient-dense food, sleep, don't overstress your body, and drink water. That's usually the solution to a lot of things, guys. What if I told you this pill was the solution to everything, that you'd be fit, healthy, strong, athletic, beautiful, flawless skin if you took it? It's a lie, it's a warhead. There's no magic pill. Remember that. Thank you for tuning in. Like always, if you're new here, hit subscribe. Is that what YouTubers say? And a like. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. People tell me I should say it. I forget. I just tell you to go pet a dog. That's way more important. This warhead. Oh, kinda though. There's the sour part. You gotta work for it, guys. It's like fitness. You gotta work. You gotta work for the warhead. Thank you for tuning in. Like always, have a fabulous day. Go pet a dog. Love you guys. Bye.